And welcome back. A new at 4, an eyesore that's actually becoming a bigger part of an overall issue. Abandoned trailers are being found in nearby forests, and a local organization has been called on to help remove them. And our News 5's Ashley Portillo joins us live once again with more on the effort and their most recent find. Ashley?
Rob, well, last week an abandoned trailer and camper were both found in Pike National Forest, and after weeks of sitting there, the local organization called Focus on the Forest went in and removed what was left behind. Focus on the Forest is focusing their efforts on picking up trash, but also removing abandoned property like trailers and campers.
Most of them are very trashed. I mean, there's a lot of garbage in them. Shelves are torn out, beds are torn out. Most of the time they're gutted. Founder
of the organization, Sean Nielsen, says last week they helped remove a 38-foot trailer and a pop-up camper that sat idle for weeks.
The Forest Service, they have a certain amount of time that you're allowed to be in the woods, which is 28 days in a summer and 2 weeks at a time in a single spot.
The Forest Service tries finding the owners of the property before removing what's left behind. But contacting the owners isn't always an easy task.
Most of the times they're not registered to the rightful owner. So they'll get a hold of somebody who will have sold it to somebody who will have sold it to somebody down the line. And so there's not a real good way to track them down.
Nielsen says they've helped remove at least 7 trailers and campers this year alone. It's the most they've had to remove since starting the organization 4 years ago.
People are losing their jobs all over the place. So the living out here in the forest becomes their only option. The amount of trailers we have, I don't know if it's exactly because of COVID, but it seems to be getting more and more every year.
And unclear whether or not the year 2020 has anything to do with all of these eyesores, but this is the time of year when they're being found the most.
The people who live up here, the weather drives them out. You know, at some point it gets too cold to stay up here.
And all of that abandoned property is stored at a nearby facility for about 90 days, so owners do have one more chance to claim it. And by the way, I'm also told Focus on the Forest, they hope to begin recycling some of that property they find in our nearby forests. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado, I'm Ashley Portillo, News 5.